People often say, a dog is a man's best friend. But sometimes, those words are not enough. They don't go far enough to describe a bond like this. Because every now and then, a friendship comes along, so loyal and so full of love that it changes what we think love even is. And when you really listen to stories like this, you don't just hear them, you feel them. This is one of those stories, a true story about an old man and the faithful dog who never left his side for years. They did everything together every morning, began the same way: a slow rise, a quiet stretch, and a walk. Every path they followed together through woodland trails, where sunlight broke through the trees like gold along quiet country lanes, where the wind moved gently through the grass, and even down to the local shop where people would smile as they passed by. They were never apart, not once, not ever. He never needed to be called twice. He simply followed, 'cause wherever the old man went, that's where he belonged. The old man wasn't just his owner, he was his family, his whole world. As the years passed, time began to change things. The old man's hair turned gray, his steps became slower. He would pause more often, rest more often, breathe a little heavier. The long walks became shorter walks, then quiet sits instead. But the dog never judged the change. He never measured time the way humans do. He didn't care that distance, or speed, or how far they went. He cared only that they went together. He wasn't following the journey, he was following the man. And that was enough. Then one day, everything changed. The old man became seriously ill. The walk stopped, the house grew quiet, the kind of quiet that feels different. Soon, an ambulance arrived, the lights flashing, and as the doors closed, the dog watched his best friend disappear. He didn't understand, but he waited anyway. Even when it doesn't know why, days passed, then something unexpected happened. The dog was brought to the hospital, and every single day after that, he stayed by the old man's side. Every morning, every afternoon, every night, he lay quietly beside the bed, his head resting near the old man's hand, close enough to feel him, close enough to stay connected. The nurses noticed. Some smiled softly when they saw him. Some paused in silence. Even the doctors. People who had seen everything would stop for a moment, because they had never seen loyalty like this. And sometimes the old man would wake slowly and see him there. He would lift his hand and gently stroke the dog's head, holding on to each other as long as they could. But time doesn't stop. Days turned into weeks. The old man grew weaker, quieter, further away from the world and closer to the end of it. The dog somehow knew, not in words, but in feeling. So he stayed closer, pressed closer, as if closeness itself could hold someone here. Then, one evening, The air felt still, the old man's breathing stopped, his hand became still, and with one final breath, he was gone. The dog didn't understand. He waited because waiting is all he knew how to do, for a hand to move again. But nothing came eventually. He left the hospital and was taken to a new home. They cared for him. They fed him. They tried to give him comfort. But something was missing. Something they could never replace, because he wasn't just missing a person. He was missing his world. Then something began to happen. Every chance he got, he would leave the house quietly, without confusion, without fear. He knew exactly where he was going. The cemetery, somehow. He found the grave, and there he would sit for hours, sometimes all day, still waiting, looking at the name carved into stone as if it could answer him, because it became clear. This was love refusing to leave every day. He returned waiting. Some people would stop and gently stroke his head. Some would stand in silence. Some would walk away with tears they didn't expect. But he remained.